Okay, rightio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through some live campaigns and show you how the system works. We've obviously just had our call. You would have been given the offer, the guarantee that we've got. It'll either be the 20 appointments in 30 days or 30 appointments in 30 days or something custom that I would have maybe offered to you, depending on your situation on the call. Reason we do that, it's super simple, right? We know what we're doing. We're really good at what we're doing, and we want to remove your risk, okay, so that we can inside this first month really gain your confidence and show you obviously what we can do, and then from there we work together and obviously grow your clinic. So what I want to do for this video here is just to walk you through the system. Yeah, we would have gone over it on our call, but I'm going to visually show you through it with a number of different campaigns that we've got. I'll take you through obviously the paid campaigns that we have, and I'll take you through the database reactivation campaigns that we have, and I'll also step you through our booking system so you can see how Candice makes the bookings for you. All right, but it's super simple. Okay, we basically do all of the good stuff. All right, which is attracting new patients to your clinic, reaching out to them, communicating with them, and then booking them in for you. All right, we allow you to do what you're good at, which is the clinical side. Yeah, and then this is how this thing works, and it works really well together. So on the paid site, there's two ways that we bring in appointments. We've got our paid systems, yeah, which is the main way, where we bring in around 30 new patients a month with the paid advertising campaigns that we run. And then we got our database reactivation. So let's start with the paid stuff, okay? 5 campaigns is what we have absolutely dialed in and going really, really well. So we've got a general campaign, all right, which is this one that you're looking at right here, what I'm going to walk you through in a second. And then we've got 4 of the cosmetic high production, right? So we've got the ortho, which is categorized as, they're 2, but it's categorized as 1. So you've got your braces and then your clear aligners, whichever system that you run. Then you've got your smile makeover as another one, so your porcelain veneers, and then your dental implants. Those are the 5 campaigns. Now we start with 2. Always a general campaign, all right, because it just works to bring in production, all right, and then 1 of the high production, okay. And we like to start with Invisalign because that's the easiest to get going, all right. We obviously rely on your clinic's after appointment ability there. Do you know what I mean? To make sure that you do a good job and that you can obviously convert the patients on the high production. So let's start here with the general, right? Now, and this is the system and this is the software. So if you decide to test us out, you're going to get access to this. We're going to create your own software and your own system. What's important is that we track everything to a T. Okay, it's a very simple system that we use. It's a pipeline system. I'm not going to pick anything up here because it's a live campaign, but as you can see where my mouse is, you literally just pick it up, you click on it, and we move them along the pipelines depending on what stage they're at. We track everything. Here you can see the revenue that we've collected for this particular clinic. Okay, so they come into our world as a lead, obviously, right? So this is a general campaign. I think we're running a $199, yep, $199 checkup and clean. We obviously consult you on that, and then you decide ultimately on what the offer will be. But they'll come into our world as a lead when we attract them with our marketing, right? From there, Candice will turn those that she can into appointments, okay? Obviously, those that are communicating back with us and are ready to make an appointment, she will do so. So she'll move them over here into an appointment. After this is where your team step in, and we train your team on how to do this. It's super simple, and again, it's for your benefit, right? You can see the production, everything that we're collecting. So after they've had their appointment, your team are going to move them into this column here, patient has been seen, or they're going to move them into this column here, no-show. We track your no-shows, make sure that that's not a problem. The 24-month follow-up, don't worry about that. That's our system. So all of the leads that don't communicate with us, and it's about 65%, they go into this. It's our database reactivation for our paid system. So when they go in there, they're going to get 1 text message per month for 3 months, and then that drops down to 1 every 3 months, and we stay in front of them, right? And these guys will start to wake up, and then Candice will make appointments for you as we go. But let's take a look at this patient has been seen, because this is important. Now, we document everything month to month in production, right? So everything that you can see in this column that we've got here is actual production that has been collected for this particular clinic, okay, in the month. You'll see a lot of it is $199. There's the odd that's $2,000's been collected there. After they've been in, all right, if they make another appointment, and many of these guys will, then they come back into an appointment. You'll see here Jessica Reyes, okay, so she's extra treatment 1. She's got a $430 appointment. As soon as she comes in, then we move her back into here, right? So there's quite a few. As you can see, Joe Burnett, you know, 460. What do we got there? 430. So there's quite a few that are in there, and we'll capture it as we go. So that's really, really important. Muhammad, he's got $2,500. That will be recorded once he comes back in. Okay, so that is the general campaign. Let's take a look at an Invisalign campaign. So this here, I believe, is Invisalign. Let's get me out of the road. Yep, this is Invisalign. Okay, so this is going fairly well. I believe this is around about a month. So far, we've seen, it looks like 9 patients we've seen. As you know how it works with Invisalign, right? Or high production, it can be a slightly longer process. Do you know what I mean? Depending on if you've got the iTero scanner. Most of the time, you're going to move them to the second consultation, which will be records booked, and that's when they're going to start going ahead with treatment. As you can see, we've got 7 of them in here. So it's probably about 30 grand, 30, 35, 40 grand worth of production right here. We're not recording on it yet because they haven't been in. When they do start, then we will start recording. And this is where the momentum of this campaign really, really takes off because obviously, as you can see, I believe this is a 2-month period, 2.5 maybe. We're doing about 10,000 per month in production, yeah, with the general campaign. And that's normally what we do. We set 30 patients, new patient appointments on the general. It's about 300, 350 average you collect. So it's about 10,000 in production with those patients. Then we've got the high production campaign, which we run in tandem with it. We'll set 10 or so appointments there. Okay, month 2, months 3, you're starting to see the flow-on effect. So obviously that campaign that we were just looking at, I think they've got 7, it was. See, you've got 7 in here. So you're going to start to see these really come in. So months 2, months 3, we're really getting towards that sort of 3, 4, 5, 6 ROI with this system that we have. Let's look at the database reactivation. Is this one? Yep, this is the database reactivation. Okay, so this is obviously another really important part of our system. And it's why we like working with established offices that have the databases because they're a real asset. And most offices, they don't do a good job with their inactive patients, right? They tend to do a good job with their active patients, but the inactive, they tend to either not do anything or they'll send emails and blast, and it's not that great. This system is a booking system, right? Okay, and this is actually a really good campaign here. It's very, very responsive, but I'll walk you through it. So what we do is we take your inactive list, okay, and then we format it into this system, our system here. Candice will tag it. We tag it into lots of 100 because this is a booking system as well, okay? Tag it into lots of 100, and we don't send a text message to the entire list at once. We literally send them out in lots of 100, right? And what we're doing is we want to make sure we're getting responses. And obviously, we'll make bookings according to the number of responses that we make. And we want to go through that list as slowly as we can. Obviously, we need it to be responsive to go through it slowly, right? And then obviously, we'll make bookings for you. And these bookings will supplement the paid stuff that we're bringing in with the new patients every single month. And we literally run it like that. Okay, so this is an example here of a really responsive database. This isn't normal, you know what I mean? I believe we've sent about 800 text messages. They've got about a 4,000 list, and we've made 48 bookings. As you can see, there's 48 that have been booked. Now, it's not normally that responsive. That's important for you to know. Normally, a rule of thumb is if you've, 1,000 text messages that we send, we'll make about 20 bookings, okay? It can be a lot less, and obviously, as you can see here, it can be a lot more, all right? But that's the general rule of thumb. But again, this system here is why this system of ours is so good, is because we take care of the paid stuff with our new campaigns. So we're constantly bringing in 30 new patients a month with our paid stuff. But we've got the ability to get 15 to 30 reactivated patients monthly as well, right? With those people that you haven't seen for, 12 months or longer. Let's have a look at the booking system itself so you can see what Candice does and how she does what she does. Now, Candice works, she's just so good. She's literally like a quality front office manager or a treatment coordinator. Really personable, knows what she's doing, and she works really well with your team, and she lightens their load. Here's how it works. Obviously, the marketing goes out, and then she gets a lead. Candice doesn't actually do anything until she sees the patients talking back to us. Do you know what I mean? So, as you can see, so this is a $200 checkup and clean. They've replied, yes, please. It's all done via text message. 95% of the bookings we do is via this system and via text. Great. Which day and around what time? That's actually not Candice. That's our system. We need to find out from them, what day and time. And as you can see, now we've got the juice. Any day except Tuesday, they're saying, and here's my date of birth. So Candice jumps in at this point, and this is Candice that's manually replying, right? So she mans these systems for you and makes all of these bookings. Like I said, 95% of the bookings will be made by Candice. There will be the odd instance where Candice will need to send a lead through to your team. We might get a question on a different treatment that she might not be able to answer. Do you know what I mean? But it's just a lollipop that we send over, and then your team will make the booking, and they're connected via WhatsApp and email, so they just let us know when the booking's made, and then we'll obviously stop the reminders because they do go out. And then obviously you can see here, so sweet, she said tomorrow 11 a.m. will be fine. And then we send this text message here. This is a really important text message, okay? It's sort of similar to the text message you got from me, just confirming your appointment. You know, it's the same sort of psychology. We ask them to confirm, right? And those that don't confirm, we get rid of them because they've got a high chance of failing. But as you can see, it's a significantly reduced offer. You know, if you would like to attend, please reply. And as you can see, confirm, I will attend. Alright, so that's basically a good rundown on this system and how it all works. I will be preparing a document after our call where I'm going to break down the main areas that I've identified that you're lacking in, that we can slide in with this system and really start to help you. So you'll get that. You'll have this video to watch and go over. Our call will be no doubt booked for a couple of days' time. So you can go through all of this information, and then literally we'll jump on that call, and then you can decide, yeah, if you would like to test us out or not. It's really that simple. So thanks for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple of days. Cheers.